Then we move on to our main event. This one right here is Joseph Benavidez versus Deiveson Figueiredo at 125 pounds. This is a rematch. The first time, Figueiredo won by TKO in the second round, but he had missed weight by about 1.5 pounds. Or actually, it might have been 2.5 pounds.
2.5 pounds.
Championship weight, you have to make the actual weight. You don't get the pound allowance.
So he was ineligible for the title at that point.
Yep, he was ineligible for the title. Even though he won the fight, he didn't get the belt, and now they're running it back again. We'll see what ends up happening here. Joseph Benavidez, he's American. He's 28-6 as a professional fighter. He's been with the UFC since the merger of WEC UFC. So he was fighting in the WEC before that, and he ended up making his UFC debut back at UFC 128. Here we are,
been around
UFC
a long time,
250 man. Plus. You know? So this is pretty awesome. 15-4 inside of the UFC. That's a super impressive record. If you can get a record like that, you're a top level dude for sure. And then he goes against Deiveson Figueiredo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, sorry. Then he goes against Deiveson Figueiredo, who's Brazilian. He's 18-1. He's 32 years old, 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he's 7-1 in the UFC. All right, tell me a little bit more about these guys and what you think.
Well, if you saw the first fight, the first fight was that first round was really exciting. We had everything. We had some good striking exchanges. We had grappling exchanges with Figueiredo threatening. I think he had an arm.
Yep.
So, I mean, you saw everything. In the second round, they get up and then...
and it was a close round.
Yeah, the first round was really close.
When you and I were talking about that round, I don't know if your opinion changed or not, but originally you said that you thought that
I think the first round
Benavidez won.
Definitely could have been Benavidez.
I thought that Figueiredo won that first round.
Yeah, could have gone either way.
You know, that was a close first round right there.
Yeah, I think with me, what I was looking at mostly is that with Benavidez, he was getting inside and he was landing a lot of shots. Shots weren't doing much damage, clearly. They didn't look like they did anything to Figueiredo, but he was landing clean on the face, on the chin, behind the ear, everywhere.
The other thing about it was Figueiredo looked a lot bigger.
A lot bigger.
So I didn't feel like, and it's hard to say this because we've seen Benavidez knock some dudes out. But I didn't feel like he has the knockout power. And with that first round, he hit him a little bit, but it looked like Figueiredo hit him with the harder punches. Controlled the cage a little bit better. And as we were talking about with that submission attempt, I thought that Figueiredo won that first round. Could have gone either way. Super close round. We go into the next round, and
starts out much the same.
Very much the same.
Benavidez getting inside, picking him apart a little bit, just keeps hitting him. But we could call them patty shots if you want. I don't know, because they did not seem to do anything to Figueiredo.
Yeah.
And eventually Figueiredo realized that they didn't hurt. They didn't do anything.
Nope.
And
he just got his timing, kind of stopped
got patient with it and just started timing it. And at that point, he just laid him out one punch.
One punch, put him out.
So it's another one of those. But I think with this rematch here, Figueiredo is going to be forced to cut that extra weight to get down to 125.
He's going to have to.
If he doesn't do that, it'll be interesting to see if Benavidez actually takes the fight if he misses weight.
I mean, if I'm Benavidez, I'm already out there. I might as well take the paycheck.
You might as well.
Plus, you get the 30%.
But it's going to be crazy. It'd be a really petty move if he just decided, nope, I'm not going to do it because last time you did it and you knocked me out, I'm not going to do that again.
But I can see it.
I can see it. That's what I'm saying. I could see him doing something like that based off merit.
I could see it.
If you're not going to be a pro, why should I?
Yeah. And so the other thing about it, though, what I didn't like about with Joseph Benavidez, I don't know necessarily that I didn't like it. What I noticed about him, though, is that every time that he's had a match where he's lost the match and then he came back for a rematch, he didn't win that rematch.
We also got to look at who he fought in those fights, though.
Yeah, but he didn't make improvements. So I didn't feel like he made improvements.
It's hard to improve against Dominic Cruz and Mighty Mouse.
So those two there, he didn't win those. But then again, the other thing we have to notice, also thinking about who he fought, he's 0-3 right now in title fights.
Yeah, that was one thing that really swayed me a little bit because I kept looking at that and I'm just like, dude, he's another Uriah Faber.
But he does exactly. But he doesn't lose fights that are not for the title.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. I think he's 35 years old, almost 36. I think he turns 36 like this month or next month.
Yeah. Well, and he's no longer with Alpha Male, so he hasn't been with them for a little while.
About 2016, if we read that right.
Yeah, so he hasn't been there for a little while, but guess who is there?
Figueiredo is at Alpha Male.
He is at Alpha Male.
So it's interesting.
So he gets a little bit of, insider knowledge there. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I think he had it in the first fight too, because the first fight was only back in February.
And
he was with Alpha Male then as well. So.
Yep.
But
so who'd you pick to win?
I think what you're going to see in this fight is that Benavidez is going to realize that he has the speed advantage.
He did have the speed advantage.
And I think he realizes he doesn't have the strength. He's not going to be able to hang with him on the strength department. He doesn't have the power that Figueiredo has.
Yep.
So I think what you're going to see is Benavidez making the adjustments, hopefully, because this is his final title fight, in my opinion. If Benavidez loses this title fight at almost 36 years old, I don't know that we're going to see him in another title fight for the rest of his career. So for me, he's got to go all out.
Which is unfortunate because, he's world championship level.
Absolutely.
He just can't get those top guys.
He just can't close the deal.
No.
So I think, but I'm hoping, and I'm putting all my stock in Benavidez right now. Because I'm thinking Benavidez is going to come out there and know what he can and can't do in this fight.
Right.
He's going to just dance around and pick him apart.
All right. Well,
drag it into those later rounds where he can make it a little bit more even on the ground there.
We'll see what ends up happening.
Wins a decision, in my opinion. Benavidez' decision.
Gets
his revenge.
You know what? I am predicting Deiveson Figueiredo again by knockout. This time, we're going to go with round 3, though. I think that he's going to wear him out just a little bit more, hit him with some bigger punches. And as you said, he's going to make adjustments, right? So Benavidez is gonna make adjustments. It's gonna be harder to hit him. He's not going to have those openings up. He's probably gonna keep his hands in a little bit better of position, knowing he doesn't want to feel that power from Figueiredo. And I think Figueiredo is gonna have to create those openings more, and he's gonna have to hit him with more punches, and he's gonna have to work harder to create those openings, and that's why it's gonna drag out to the 3rd round.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun night of fights.
Yeah, I'm excited.
3rd card, 7 days.
Oh, man, it's been a grind, but it's been so fun.